Hi, today I want to share with you a mindset shift practice that I have used for myself personally for my running. And I hope that you can use this framework to then apply that to your own movement practice, your own journey with movement. So perhaps if you have a goal, for example, that you're working towards and you're wondering what is the next best step, or you're feeling a little bit stuck as to how to get from where you are to where you want to be, or you're feeling a little bit of a block, a barrier, you're feeling like you need to shift something in your mind. So, to give you a bit of background first, I'll just share with you where I was at with my running about 3.5 years ago. So, this was early postnatal for me after my second baby, and I was actually feeling very unprepared to do the foundational work that was required for me to rebuild my core, my deep core and pelvic floor in preparation for running. And that's exactly one thing that I teach is how we actually progress safely and sensibly back to running. But I had this real resistance of not wanting to do that foundational work. And it took me a long time, to be honest, to actually fully embrace that stage and fully embrace where I was at and be with my body exactly how it was and enjoy that journey. But once I actually had fully embraced that journey, I was making very sensible and safe progressions with my running, really rebuilding the deep core and pelvic floor. And over the past 3 years, I've really gotten myself to a point where now I'm actually really ready to go. I'm ready to build the speed and the fitness and the strength and the endurance. So I have made this goal of in 2021, I will work towards, or in 2021, I want to be representing Australia for the at the World Championships for triathlon. So that's my big goal. But if I think about where exactly I am right now and what's the next best step at working towards that, it's this sense in my body that I'm really ready to build the strength and the speed and the fitness. But when I look at this is where I am, and this is building strength, speed, and fitness. Like, how do I work towards increasing my strength, speed, and fitness? And yesterday, through another simple movement practice that I was engaging in my body and feeling into my body, and that sort of came up for me, what I really looked at this, okay, how do I get there? How do I improve my strength and my fitness? What really came to my mind was actually that I am already strong, that I already have my fitness, that actually I've been using this whole time to build my strength and that foundational fitness. So I've really sensed that I'm kind of stuck in this middle zone. So this is like, if you can imagine, this is the rehab, deep core, pelvic floor initial phases. And then this next middle zone is really where I am at right now, where I really feel comfortable with running. I can go for the easy 10K. I can push the distance a little bit more, but I'm really in this very comfortable zone. And so I want to get myself to this next zone of increasing speed and endurance and working on that sort of more top end. But when I was thinking about, okay, so how do I get myself into that top end? Because I really feel comfortable here. And what is it that's stopping me from getting into that next level, that next space? And what it actually was a fear around, a couple of things actually. One was undoing all of the good work that I've already done. So a fear of injury, a fear of going into this next level, because that feels different, and I know that it will be physically uncomfortable in my body, that I will be pushing myself to new levels. And so that thought in itself feels like, oh, I'm not sure that I want to go there yet because I'm really comfortable here. But what that really triggered for me was like, okay, there's a fear here of that. So rather than thinking about building strength and speed and endurance and fitness, what is it that I actually want to build, and what will help me to overcome that fear of going into that next phase, that next level? And for me, what came up very strongly was trust in my body. So kind of taking away of, okay, I need to build strength and speed and endurance and da-da-da. All I actually need to build and what I want to feel is an increased trust, a full trust in my body's capabilities, its resilience, its capacity, my own ability to listen to my body and know when I'm pushing it too hard, when I'm actually going to an edge that's unsafe versus an edge that's actually just uncomfortable. And so today then, for my run, what I did, rather than thinking I've got to start running fast and hard and strong and build the speed and do this speed session, I felt into, okay, if I fully trusted and I felt that sensation of trust in my body, what would I be doing? And so that for me looked like 400s and with a 400 jog recovery, and then 4 200s at higher speed with a 200 recovery. The distances and the actual program is not what's important, but when I was doing those harder, faster repetitions, what I was feeling into and what was coming into the forefront of my mind was, I want to build trust in my body. I'm building a sensation of increasing trust in my body. So it was almost like I looked at, okay, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. This is the gap. What's actually sitting in the gap is a fear. So how do I overcome that fear? I want to increase trust. So planting this seed of increased trust using an intention that today during my run, I'm going to focus solely on feeling into the trust, the resilience, the capability of my body, fully knowing that I've already done those foundational pieces and that I am ready for this next level. And so that's what I did. I used that in my mind, and it was almost like this muscle memory, this memory of times where I have completely and fully trusted in my body came flooding back to me, and I could feel in my body, okay, actually, this feels fine. This feels really good for me. It's challenging, but I am trusting that this is where I am at now. So I hope for you that is useful, that you can apply that kind of formula to perhaps a mindset shift that you would like to explore, or apply to a goal that you're working towards. All right, thank you again for being here. See ya.